I know you feel the way I do. And away we go here for Xbox Division 3.
Still wheel to wheel coming out of turn 19.
Tries to go down the inside of Desio. Desio giving him space, but not by much.
Oh, and he's oversteered, and he spun. They're side by side, off the track, neck and neck.
Mic check. And welcome everyone. We are back for PPR Division 2 on Xbox in France. Looks pretty clear so far. Let's see if we can get a weather update. All dry all across the board. So we can hear somebody is getting ready to... Looks like King Kirk is ready to set his hot lap. Of course, short qualifying, so drivers have probably 3 or 4 tries at setting a lap. And then whatever lap that they set, whatever tires that they set that lap on, as long as they're in the top 10, they will be starting on those exact tires. Only 3 drivers outside of the top 10 right now. So those drivers that finish top 10 will be getting free choice of tire, as King Kirk trying not to waste any time here. Really not wasting any time. France, probably the most flat track on the calendar, so you can really put that ride height all the way down. Probably looking at a 1.3 for most drivers, even a 1.2, I guess, if somebody wants to be really aggressive with the downforce. 3 as well. As far as wings go, anywhere between a 2 and a 4 in the front, and then anywhere between a 4 and a 6 on the rear is probably what you're looking at. Of course, you won't be able to overtake in many places here. The straight is your best opportunity, so the less downforce you have, the more straight line speed you'll have, and the better chance you'll have at overtaking someone. So we're going to ride on board with King Kirk now. He heads into turn 1, down to 5th, 4th gear. It's a good exit out of turn 2 to turn 3 now, and turn 4. Turn 5 is going to really catch you out here. Does a good job of not invalidating. Got to carry speed here onto the straight. So that's out of turn 7, so now it's on the longest straight of the track, probably the best overtaking opportunity. Down to turn 8, down to 4th gear, even 3rd gear for turn 9, and must be looking at the wrong track map, because I think there's more turns than that. Flat out section here, very satisfying indeed. In this one, you really want to just send the car in there, shift down, rotate as much as you can, short shift up, get some great traction. King Kirk will be setting the pace here. Gets a good exit. This is looking like a great lap. And we have a 129.2, solid lap by King Kirk. Hey, Ace is the next across the line. This is looking good. Ooh, it's a 128.5. Great job by the Williams driver. Ripper Magoo, his teammate. What will he be looking to set here? He's definitely going to want to go again. That's a 131.6. As we hop on board with the Ramrod, who's just about to start his lap right now. Or just started, I should say. Some very twisty sections on this track. Puts a lot of stress on your front tires, especially the front left. Ooh. Almost loses the back end there, but does a good job of collecting it. Now he's on the straight. DRS wide open. The second for a little bit more rotation. He's on the power quickly. He heads to turn 10 now, flat out, of course. Now into turn 11, the spoon. Get some great traction out of there. Takes a very good line into turn 12. He's at turn 13, turn 14, down to 4th gear. It's a good exit. Let's see what Ramrod can do here. It's going to be a 130.0, so that's P5 for him right now. So Perpetual Rain in the meantime, 128.4. We have Delirious, who we thought won last week's race, but I don't think he actually won. The timings were a little bit screwed up. Delirious is on the mediums though. Let's see what kind of time that he can do compared to the soft runners. Great exit. It's going to be a great time for the mediums. What is Delirious going to do? Damn, a 129.5. Downward leaf invalidates his lap, so he's going to head back into the pits. Everybody else who has not set a time still in the pits. Definitely waiting for ARL Brackish to get out there. Night Shrimp has invalidated. King Kirk is on another outlap. King Kirk will be the next to set his hot lap, and he's trying to set that as quickly as possible. Of course, you really do not want to try to two-stop here unless the safety car allows you to. You lose a lot of time in the pits. Medium to hard is probably the optimal strategy, but you could do a soft to hard as well. You just need to really take care of those front tires, especially that front left, which we can see that getting into the 80s range today. Maybe some punctures to go along with it. King Kirk so far up almost half a tenth. Sorry, half a second. Let's get the DRS open here on the straight. Short shifts up for that traction. He's on the power. very good spoon section there. He executed that very nicely. This looks like it's going to be an improvement. He's going to get into the 128s. Very smooth operator on this lap. What's it going to be? 128.2. That's pole position for King Kirk. Improves by a second. What a lap. Night Trip on his outlap as well. Money Hustard seems to be on a lap on the mediums. Let's ride on board with him. I don't know what it is about these Renault drivers, but they really like the mediums, probably for aesthetic purposes. Really matches their livery. Really gets the car into low gear to get that rotation down. It's going to be for Money Hustard. It's a 129.6. Still waiting for Errol Brackish to set his lap. So we check out Titanic, who's just got out of the pits, so it's going to be a while. Shadow Wolf is starting his hot lap now in the Haas. Very well done there. Delirious is on soft, so he might try to improve that lap time, or maybe just see how he stacks up against the other soft runners in qualifying. Shadow Wolf looks to be on for a good lap here. This is one turn where you can lose a lot of time. You really have to rotate the car and get on the power very smoothly. This last section, very tough indeed, but you really want to set yourself up for a good exit, which he does. What will Shadow Wolf do? Looks like a 128. It's a 128.5. That's P4 for Shadow Wolf. Downward Leaf. Still on that outlap as Titanic is on his hot lap right now. We have some yellow flags behind him. Doing a good job of manipulating those curves as much as he can. And it looks like we may even see some 127s Funky Cactus. Let's hope that somebody can get into those times, but will be tough. Of course, Errol Brackish not even phased about doing a lap, seems like it, because he's just chilling in the pits. Expecting big things from Errol Brackish tonight, as he is a big fan of the European calendar, and that's when he really seems to come alive. Let's see if he has the right setup to take care of business here, as Titanic does a 128.8, so that's P6. Now, Downward Leaf has invalidated. Let's see. Ramrod currently P10. Nitrim trying out those mediums. He's on an outlap though. Let's see who we can ride on board with. Delirious. It doesn't look like he's improving his time. He looks like he's just taking it easy. Doesn't have the overtake on. Let's see, downward leaf. Is he doing another lap? He is. Oh, and Delirious has lost the back end. Quite unfortunate. Looks like everybody is pretty content with their times. Night Shrimp and Money Hustard both on outlaps. King Kirk on an outlap as well. And Ariel Brackish has finally emerged from the pits. See what Brackish can do on the mediums. Takes as much curb as you can out of that turn 2 exit, and he's flying out there. A little bit slower in the first sector compared to other runners, but of course he is on the mediums as well. Brackish losing a lot of time to his teammate who is on softs. Not sure if this was how they coordinated it, but his teammate might get a tow here. What's he gonna do for his lap? It's a 130.3, so that puts him in P11. Money Hustard, I think he's on his hot lap now. Oh, and he's not. So I think that is it. King Kirk, he's up on his time again. He really wants a 127, and he can definitely get it. Let's see how he can do. Saxman, get out of the chat and come join me. Use a co-commentator. Come on, we get to commentate on Brackish. It's King Kirk. Oh, so close to the 127. This is a 128.002. 3 thousandths off. And that looks like it's it for qualifying. Shadow Wolf still having a go. 128.3 for Shadow Wolf, so that promotes him to P3. Perpetual Rain unable to improve on his time, and Delirious gets into P4 with a 128.3 as well. I believe that is it. That concludes qualifying at France for D2. See if we can get a co-commentator. Indeed, Funky Delirious is stepping up his game. As let's see if these drivers are courteous enough to not ready up right away. Let everybody select their strategy and their fuel. Looks good so far. And Ripper Magoo is ready to go. And we're ready to go for the formation lap. So this is the predicted pit stop strategy. Apparently a 2-stop. Not sure if that is correct. But of course, we only have one driver in the top 10 on mediums. We also have Ripper Magoo on the mediums in P13. Brackish starting on the hards, as well as Marlin. Everybody else on soft tires, so it looks like most drivers will be doing a 2-stop strategy. See if King Kirk can take a great jump off of the line, maintain that P1 going into turn 1, and see how hard he can push. As we found out last week, anything can happen, even if you're the leader and you are ahead by a long shot, as Shadow Wolf found out. Anything can happen, as we did get a different pit stop strategy there, I believe. Richard Jennings says he's going with Money Hustard. My pick for driver of the day will be Brackish. What, 5 lights, and they are out. That was weird. Kirk getting a good start. Looks like everybody is relatively safe. We had a Red Bull looked like Delirious, who had to cut the corner. And Brackish looks like he looked like he was making up position, but he's back in P12. So we have some fighting going on at the back. Brackish very close to the other hard runner, Marlin. Ooh, got some bumper cars going on. Brackish has to stick behind Marlin. And Money Hustard, meanwhile, all the way up into P4 already. Delirious very close to Tadzonic. So Money Hustard does go a little bit wide. There's our pit stop strategy again, as I guess it is a 2-stop. Guess I was wrong. Delirious having a little bit of a look on the inside of Tadzonic, but decides against it. And that loses him some time, gives Ramrod a great launch. Delirious throwing it into overtake though. As we look at the position changes through lap 1, Money Hustard up 2 positions. That was a great pick, Richard. Tadzonic up 1 position, Delirious down 3 positions. So something must have happened to Delirious, but looks like everybody is okay. No damage so far. Brackish, he really wants to make this move here. And it looks like he's going to get the move done. Brackish will push on and look for that driver of the day. Perpetual Rain getting a little bit closer to Money Hustard now. And King Kirk still setting the pace. He must have really practiced this track night and day. He's already building up a lead on Ace as well, so Ace might not even get DRS here. Oh, but he's back in there. And he's back out of the DRS. King Kirk flying away. Shadow Wolf now with the DRS, getting very close to Ace. Something happened to Marlin. Oh, and Marlin's hit the wall. Very unfortunate. He's on the hards as well, so this will not bode well for his strategy. Definitely lost it on the exit onto the straight. Very hard to keep traction there, of course. We have Ramrod very close to Delirious. Will he try something? He's going to stick behind for now. France, of course, very much of a single file track, as Marlin gets a 10-second penalty. That's unfortunate. Shadow Wolf looking to put the pressure on Ace, and Money Hustard is right behind him. Night Shrimp gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, presumably. As these three right now very close together. Of course, Perpetual Rain right there as well. See if we can get on board with Shadow Wolf. Have a look. Whoa. Looks like he's going to do it. Can he do it around the outside? Ace on the inside, but not able to fight back at Shadow Wolf with that DRS, of course. Shadow Wolf up into P2 now as King Kirk driving off into the sunset for now. This DRS train between P2 and P5 looking extra juicy as Perpetual Rain is all over the back of Money Hustard. Almost said Honey Mustard there. Yeah, it looks like Brackish is definitely going for that one stop, so we're going to have to look out for him at the end of the race as he will be on mediums as well. As Tadzonic and Delirious join the DRS train. Everybody very close together between P2 and P7. King Kirk still maintaining a 2-second cushion. Oh, and it looks like Money Hustard's going to make the move on Ace now. Ace does not have any DRS to defend with. And Ace falling down the order. Money Hustard already up into P3. Let's have an idea of what kind of lap times these drivers are doing. As Ace is very close to Money Hustard right now. And King Kirk decides to go into the pits. What will his tire choice be? So right now your leader is Money Hustard. Or sorry, King Kirk is still the leader. So that was Shadow Wolf that went into the pits. My apologies. And Shadow Wolf dropping back down to P12 as he exits the pits. Now Money Hustard looks like he has enough of a gap on Perpetual Rain. Probably doesn't need to use that much overtake to defend at all. But this next group between P3 and, sorry, P6 very close, but of course with the DRS, Perpetual Rain does close up to Money Hustard, and Money Hustard just gets a great exit and gains all that time back. On board with Ace. And Perpetual Rain decides to go into the pits as well. King Kirk maintaining a good gap now. As these drivers doing mid 134s, while King Kirk seems to be even faster race pace wise. He's all the way in front, doesn't have any DRS. How's his ERS looking? His ERS still looking pretty decent. Perpetual Rain does come out behind Shadow Wolf. So Shadow Wolf ping earlier, one more lap really did help him get a gap on Perpetual Rain. And Downward Leaf now looking to do the move on Ramrod. Ooh, very close. You can see his wing rattling just a bit. Now he's got the exit and he's got the better tires to work with right now, as those softs are definitely falling off. Oh, and they're banging wheels. Downward Leaf will have to stay behind for now, but oh, Ramrod goes too deep, locks up, and gives Downward Leaf that position. And look at all the drivers pitting now. Hopefully nobody gets held up, as thankfully King Kirk doesn't get held up at all. Downward Leaf now in P2. Ace staying out there on the softs. Not sure how much longer those softs can hold up. And we have Ariel Brackish on the hards in P3. And Shadow Wolf with the undercut now is ahead of King Kirk. He's on mediums as well. Let's see what those other drivers decided to go for. King Kirk going on hard, so he wants to go to the end now. Shadow Wolf definitely going for that two-stopper. So King Kirk not even phased at all, as he will be going to the end. And very close to Ripper Magoo now. So we can see if King Kirk can show us his overtaking skills. Well, that was all DRS there, but a great exit, which gave him the overtake opportunity very early. And he's up into P5. He'll chase down Shadow Wolf. And Delirious very close to Tazonic. Perpetual Rain making the move on Ripper Magoo. Fresh tires versus worn tires. That's usually how it goes. And Ripper Magoo did not give him much of a fight there, as expected. Right on board with Delirious as Ace finally pits now. Let's see where Ace will come out. He's going on hards as well. We do have Money Hustard on hards, so he's going to go to the end as well. So Ace dropping all the way down to P10 now. Delirious losing some time out of the exit from turn 2 as we ride on board with Perpetual Rain, who needs to make this overtake on King Kirk, as he probably won't be making these mediums last for the rest of the race, but you never know. As Perpetual Rain unable to get by Sonic, very close to Money Hustard. And Ramrod very close to Ace. Ooh, might have got a warning for that. Go back to Perpetual Rain, who's still fighting with King Kirk. He will get that DRS now. But King Kirk really holding his own, showing a different level of race pace. Of course, he is on a slower tire compound, but he's maintaining his lead over Perpetual Rain. Money Hustler picks up a 3-second time penalty. Of course, time penalties can really make it or break it for you. And this track, very difficult to keep it within the track limits. so many twisty turny sections, and you really need to get on the power very quickly so you don't lose any time, as Ripper Magoo is dropping all the time. His teammate surely won't have much of a hassle getting by him here, as Ripper Magoo lets Hey Ace take the inside line. So we have Ramrod as well. Ramrod looking to make the move, and he makes the move as well. So Ripper Magoo losing a couple of places. Perpetual Rain still trying to stick with King Kirk, but King Kirk just has another level of pace today. He can maintain these on the hards. It's going to look very good for him indeed. Zonic now very close to Money Hustard, but look to have lost a little bit of time out of that previous exit. Whoa, we have a little bit of a twitchy steering wheel for Taz. Locks up. Money Hustard also showing some strong pace on the hard tire. So far looking good for Money Hustard and King Kirk, who can definitely make it to the end. Ariel Brackish as well doing a good job. Let's see if those mediums can really come alive for him near the end of the race, as Taz really has the launch here. Both drivers giving each other enough room. You love to see it. Great job by both drivers as they're going wheel to wheel, and you have Delirious right behind, as Tazonic gets the move done. Money Hustard probably won't be too worried. He might get a chance to save ERS now, but he will definitely not want to lose too much time to these drivers. Delirious very close to Money Hustard now, and he's going to take the inside. That sets him up for the outside around the next turn. Ooh, very tight indeed. Both drivers doing a great job though, fighting wheel to wheel. But Money Hustard's coming back at him. Of course, he does have the DRS now, thanks to that. And he is back ahead. These drivers not making it easy for Money Hustard at the moment, as now he's out of DRS. So he's back of more of a second off of Tazonic. King Kirk in the meantime has lost out to Perpetual Rain, but he is sticking right behind him, and he will not be too worried, as there goes Delirious down the inside, and that's an easy move for him. He gets it done. Money Hustard probably just saving some tires. None of these drivers have any ERS to play with at the moment, as Brackish now in P1. You have Shadow Wolf very close behind him. Ooh, he's gonna have a look down the inside. It's a good exit. Looks like the DRS is gonna really help him out here. Has a little bit more ERS than Brackish, as well as he gets the move done. Ripper Magoo going in the pits. So we look at the crowd favorite, of course, the Renault on the home track. Both Renaults doing very well right now. The Brackish now falling into the hands of Perpetual Rain. And he's on the straight, he has the DRS. Might be a little bit too far back though, but he's definitely closing the gap. Of course, Brackish did have DRS there on Shadow Wolf as well. Oh, Perpetual Rain gets the launch he was looking for. He's going to go down the inside of Brackish. Gets the move done, no problem. Brackish will not be upset at all. He still has to pit. He's taking those hards as long as he can. And then he will get some fresh mediums to work with later in the race. Perpetual Rain now staring down the back of his teammate as we hop back to this DRS train. Oh, King Kirk getting a 3-second time penalty. Still in a very favorable position though. I think Kirk knows that if he can just keep it tidy here, he is looking in line for a victory. Definitely don't want to wear down those tires too much. Huster doing everything he can to stick with Delirious. Ramrod grabs a 3-second time penalty. And Brackish going into the pits now. He's going to hop on the mediums. See where Brackish comes out. Will it come out in P10? Yeah, it seems like he's in P10 now. Oh, drops position to Night Shrimp as well. There's nothing too exciting going on right now, so let's just enjoy the scenery. King Kirk looking like he's in a very favorable position right now. Money Hustard as well, so far looking in line for P2, and then you have Ace, who is looking at P3 as, hey, Ace gets ahead of Ramrod. Saw it in the background there. Has a little bit of work to do to catch up to Money Hustard now. Yes, as long as Kirk keeps it clean, it's looking good for him. Oh, and Night Shrimp retires. Could that be the safety car that Brackish was looking for? Oh, but he retires in the pits, so it looks like it's going to be okay. Still no safety car. You love to see it. Everybody able to stick with what usually is their normal strategy around the track. Hey, Ace grabs a 3-second time penalty. That won't be good. Delirious very close to Tazonic right now. Gonna make the move down the inside, and he gets it done. Perpetual Rain grabs a 3-second time penalty as well, as he's very close to his teammate. So we have another yellow flag. Oh, and it seems like Night Shrimp's car has come out. Not sure what is going on there. And Shadow Wolf heads into the pits to make his last stop. Petrol Rain will stay out. Of course, Kirk only 2 seconds behind him. Kirk flying. 133.7 on hards. Definitely some good race pace indeed. We hop onto this battle for P3. Everybody keeping it very smooth going around the track. Haven't seen many mistakes today, so great job by the drivers. Downward leaf on the hards, looking to make the move on Ramrod. He's going to make it no problem, looks like it. As he's able to take the racing line into the chicane. Honey Hustard still hanging in there. King Kirk, meanwhile, he's going to take that P1 back. Perpetual Rain really fighting him there. Ooh. King Kirk having to go very wide indeed. And there goes somebody's end plate. Perpetual Rain might have regretted fighting that so hard, as might have to change his wing now as well. As Sonic still in the fight for P3, but of course both these drivers have to pit. Money Hustard has been biding his time with DRS as well, so just being pulled along by these two drivers in front of him. Perpetual Rain does go into the pits. Is he getting a wing change? He will most likely go out on softs, as he is getting a wing change. This fastest lap might be a consolation for him, as Not sure what has happened to Tizonic here, but he has left the session as well. Oh lord, not sure what has happened here. See if we can get him an invite back into the lobby. Brackish up into P8, but not gaining any time on Shadow Wolf. As just like that, nobody has DRS right now, but Money Hustard looking good for him. Seems like Delirious's mediums are falling off, and Money Hustard can capitalize. As Delirious now heads into the pits, so Money Hustard in P2. So far, very strong drive from him. As to be honest, didn't look like anybody could really compete with Kirk here after the first lap, because Kirk has been flying ever since, but he does get another 3-second time penalty, so you never know. Money Hustard can still be in this race at the moment, for the lead of course. As the top 4 drivers don't look like they will be pitting anymore. Ramrod does look to be pitting again. Not sure if he can take these to the end, but you never know. Brackish all the way up in P7. He's made great progress so far. Perpetual Rain on the hunt now, as he and Delirious are both on softs. Ace not gaining any time on Money Hustard at the moment, but he'll hope to stay in that DRS as that fight for P2 starts to look extra juicy, as the fight for P8 is looking right now pretty good indeed. Perpetual Rain just gets a launch and seems to have enough ERS to get the move done without a doubt. And that's Perpetual Rain up into P8. So go back to Hey Ace. They're on the start-finish straight now. Downward Leaf not too far behind them though. As Ramrod finally heads in for his pit stop, he will definitely hop on those soft tires. It's Brackish up into P6 now, from what I believe was P12 on the grid, so that's 6 positions made up for him. And it is Downward Leaf also moving up 5 positions. Money Hustard so far up 4 positions. And Delirious makes it by Perpetual Rain. So this battle is still ongoing, as we have lost some intervals. Hopefully those come back soon. Ace still very close to Money Hustard. I believe King Kirk actually has 2 time penalties now. Oh, don't want to hear that. Well, it looks like a 3-way battle for P2 now. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Ace all over the back of Money Hustard, but Money Hustard doing a good job of staying ahead for now. As Delirious is a 130.4. That is your current fastest lap. As these three inseparable at the moment. This podium is going to go down all the way to the end. Ace really wants to make this move. Money Hustard breaking the slipstream right away, but Ace getting back into that slipstream. And they're gonna have to go at it again. Meanwhile, Perpetual Rain looking to make the move on Brackish, but Brackish has DRS. Perpetual Rain just gets such a good launch. TD damages wing again. Goes down the inside. Brackish lets him go for now, but Brackish is thinking, well, I'm gonna have DRS on the straight now. As this podium fight is still looking very interesting. Perpetual Rain still ahead of Brackish. Brackish not able to get ahead, but hey, Ace right now. Oh, it's looking very close for the battle for P2. He gets by Money Hustard. Will Money Hustard have a response for him on the long straight? Let's wait and find out. Look at the stops. So everybody in the top 4 on the one-stop strategy. Now Downward Leaf wants some action as well. And yes, this battle indeed is definitely playing into the hands of King Kirk. I believe if he can get a 6-second gap, he should be in the clear. But of course, we don't know if Ace has any time penalties. I believe King Kirk has 6 seconds right now. As we start the penultimate lap, this battle for, well, still looks like a battle for P2, but Downward Leaf has fallen back just a little bit. He'll hope that he can get some DRS onto the straight, or else he's going to have to hope for a miracle to get onto the podium. But of course, time penalties can still play their part. And not to worry, Funky Cactus, this race looks to be over in maximum of 5 minutes, so should have plenty of time. Thankfully, no safety car today. Don't think that's going to change at this point. As Ace actually clawing back some time on King Kirk now. We'll have to leave it a surprise to the end to see if time penalties do end up affecting the results. Downward Leaf, though, getting very close to Money Hustard. Let's see. Oh, Downward Leaf looks to have it. Money Hustard defenseless at the moment. Oh, we have a yellow in Sector 3. Not sure what has happened, but King Kirk crosses the line. He's basically dominated this race. Hey Ace seemed to have just as many time penalties, so he's going to stick in P2, but he's down to P3. Money Hustler gets P2. Oh, Shadow Wolf up to P2. Downward Leaf just going downward in the order. Perpetual Raid will cross P7. Brackish, will he pip anyone? He goes up to P7. So very solid race by a driver who started at the back of the grid basically. Ramrod next to cross the line. It's going to be P9 for him. Next up is Ripper Magoo and Tazonic. Can Tazonic get that last point? We'll have to wait and find out. As Magoo about to cross the line now. And looks like he got that last point now. That's P10 for Tazonic. And Arrow Brackish, my pick for driver of the day. You can rewind all the way to the beginning and hear my prediction, but that was my prediction and he's got it. But great race. Not as boring as I thought it would be. And Kirk very happy with that win. He put some blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that he can get that done today, and he has. Very well done by him. Great drive. Let's look at our finishing order. Money Hustard with a very well-deserved podium. That start really helped him out. Delirious sets the fastest lap, as we had a mixed grid in terms of strategy. Half the grid opting for a one-stop, half opting for a two-stop. Looks like the one-stop prevailed, but Shadow Wolf doing a great job to get P2. Of course, no time penalties. And that is everything for D2, so thank you to everyone for joining, and we'll see you next week at Austria.